Welcome everyone, Tina here, and in this video I'm going to walk you through the expandable sidebar which you can find inside the Conversations feature. This sidebar inside the Conversations will reveal important data that you may need whilst you're in a conversation with a prospect. You can update the contact's details such as the phone number or the email address and other details. You can book another appointment right there and then. Maybe you're calling and it's not the right time to chat right now. You can just reschedule the call. You can add opportunities to any pipeline. You can take notes. Whilst you're in a sales conversation, you always want to take notes anyway of what the prospect is telling you. And lastly, you can also assign tasks. So if you close the prospect, for example, you can assign a task to Claudia, who is next, who helps you with the client delivery, for example. Let me show you how you can access this. So first of all, you want to navigate to Conversations on the left and then find the contact you are talking to at the very moment. Then on the right-hand side, right here, you can see this extendable sidebar. So right here, you can see the contact section, the appointment section, the opportunity sections, the task section, as well as the notes section. You would just individually click on each icon to expand each section. If you don't want to see it anymore, you can just click that arrow button here that points to the right and it will close itself again. So let's start with the contacts right here. Let's say you're in the middle of the call and they just want to update their phone number, or you want to assign a follower. Maybe you want to change the engagement score. Maybe you want to add a tag manually. You can do that right here. Maybe you want to change the active automations. Hey, you're thinking it would be a good idea to add them to a nurture sequence about educating them about a particular product. For example, you can just do that right here by clicking the plus icon. And then, of course, you can also turn on or off D&D, do not disturb. So this contacts tab is really the one-stop shop to keeping all the data accurate, because that's very important if you run any sort of marketing campaign, to always have the data up to date so you can reach your prospects or customers. Next up is the appointment section. Under the appointment section, you will see past and future bookings. In this case, for example, we have 2 calls booked with this particular prospect. Let's say, for example, you do a 2-step call. The first call is, for example, a 15-minute call where somebody else in your team is just qualifying the prospect. And from there, let's say the prospect qualifies, then your 15-minute qualifier person can book in another call, which is then typically like 45 minutes or 60 minutes. If that's the case, this person could just click the book appointment button right here. Then they can click the drop-down menu here and select the specific calendar they would like the prospect to be booked under. Let's say free strategy session in this case. They can add a different appointment title. They can add another team member. They can adjust the time and date right here, including the time zone. And then, of course, the meeting location, if it's a calendar default or a custom, such as a Zoom link or Google Meet link, and so on and so forth. And once that's all filled up, they can just click book appointment and the appointment has been booked. Ta-da! Here we go. Here it shows up right now. Now, in case you are the appointment setter and you just want to call and confirm the strategy session tomorrow, hey Tina, are you still available for our booked conversation tomorrow? If they say, actually, can we talk 30 minutes later? Sure, no problem. Your sales rep can just go in and change this particular slot to 30 minutes later, for example. Just hit save. And ta-da, changes have been saved. Next up is the opportunity section or pipeline section. Here you can see this particular prospect is already in a pipeline. We can click on it to get more information. And whilst we are in the sales conversation with this person, again, we can update the primary phone number, for example, the name of the opportunity, the pipeline they're at. Maybe the stage changes now since we have them already on the call. We can just change the stage right here. Maybe we can change the status from open to close. If we have closed them, we can just select 1. Maybe we can add an opportunity value. Let's say initially they have expressed interest in a $2,000 course, for example, but actually, since we are talking to them, it turns out they want to go for the bigger package, which maybe is $10,000. You can just add the opportunity value here and then hit update. Ta-da, successfully updated. Okay, now let's say you want to add an opportunity immediately. You can do that by clicking this button, and then you will just select your pipeline right here, the stage, add the opportunity value again, and then hit create. Ta-da, here we go. Now you can see the opportunity showing up right here. Next up is the task section. So here you can see the upcoming task is due in 13 hours. So whilst you're talking to the prospect or to the client, you can get a really great overview on what is going on with this person, where they're at in the sales pipeline, what needs to be done, who is already working on this case, and what's going to happen in the next few days, for example, in terms of delivery. So in this case, you can see one task has already been assigned to Tina to call this particular prospect and explain about the coaching program, sold out programs, SOP, right? Now, if you want to add another task because for whatever reason the conversation is going elsewhere and something else needs to be done with that particular client or prospect, you click add task, you enter the title, send invoice, for example, and then you want to assign it to your team member who is responsible for admin. Then select the due date as well and then hit create task. Awesome. And here you can see the task already showing up. If you wanted to delete a particular task, you can just click that bin icon here, hit delete one more time, and it will disappear from your sidebar. By the way, you can also filter through tasks. You can say, hey, I want to see all the tasks that are only due in a particular date, or all the tasks that have been added on a particular date. You can filter by who the task has been assigned to. You can filter by the status. Is it all? Is it pending? Or is the task maybe already complete? And then hit apply, and it will show you all of these tasks. Next up is the notes section. Of course, you always want to take notes while you're on a sales conversation. All you got to do for that is click add note at the top and add your description. For example, needs to bring their business partner to the next call to discuss the details with the decision makers together. Hit create note. Then you would go book another appointment, add the decision maker to the appointment, and next time you meet all together. And that's it already. This is how you can use the expandable sidebar inside the Conversations tab, which will help you to manage your data much more effectively, especially while you're on a sales call. I will see you in the next video.